Part two. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I'm your humble host, Mr. David Knoll, also known as Hawkeye Two Feathers. And I greet you this Tuesday afternoon, now here in South Georgia, with the love and the honor of the infinite Creator. And I continue to pray that each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, and the many, 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 many blessings in the universe. So, apparently, there are some issues with streaming lines and connections, feeds, and stuff. The computer said, you don't have enough, and finally it froze up. And but I was looking in the previous chat where other folks seem to be having issues on their end. I don't know if there's some kind of national outage or whatever, but as long as this is I love you all, and if you can't get on and it shuts off, I want to get this message out, and it is about healing. So most of you know who are subscribers. Instead of one operation, I've had two in the last 10 days. Actually, it was 7 days between the operations. Major operations, 9-inch incision, and I was discussing about in the part one of this 24 hours after that the healing process I can feel. Now, I've been cut, I got scars all over. I was saying that this knuckle here, I got it cut on a meat saw when I was in prison in Florida and almost cut my finger off. It almost cut the tendon, and I've watched microsurgery. I've been through stuff. It took a while for this knuckle to heal, and it hurt, let me tell you. But to have a 9-inch incision on my back twice in 7 days, and the fact that it's doing as well as it is, now I'm sitting in this chair and I'm going to have to shuffle. But the fact that I can sit here in this chair without my back brace on, without screaming in pain, the fact that I can be here is proof. Every y'all want to talk about it. Oh, and it bothers me a little. It's the power. It's the power of the goddess. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't deny it. But it's not just the goddess. The goddess healed you. Hang on. But the goddess, hang on. Yes, but more. I'm sorry. It's the universe. It's the She's a part of she isn't the cosmos. She's the goddess. And with the goddess and the universe. So, no, it was the goddess. Don't argue me. Okay. And for those people, I respectfully say, "O ye of little mind," because there's a little bigger edge to it. Not, it was only the goddess. Sorry, don't believe it. It was the goddess and more. Pay attention. And there are folks out there, there's so this goddess focus thing. Please, Jesus, he's a guy. He had long hair. But he was connected with the mother, with the goddess. It both. It's not just one, it's her, it's all of us. It's the universe. It's the cosmos. It's our collective energy directed through the goddess. But is it just the goddess? No. I think it should be like obvious. I'm looking up the hill. Oh my God, the azaleas are blooming. The white ones, pink ones. I got some purple ones. Oh my goodness. I had fresh mulberries off my tree yesterday, and it's only going to get down to 32. Last year it got to 27 and killed everything. It's only going to get to 32 tonight. Whew, thank you, Jesus. I mean, the synchronicity of this spring versus other years, and my the synchronicity of me being here at home, the visiting nurse on time. Oh, and by the way, on that, so uh, going back to the nurse thing, lovely lady filled out the paperwork, signed digitally on her little pad that went straight to the hospital, new digital technology. So anybody that has one of them pads can look up my record immediately without, well, Mr. Noll, it says here you're on Plavix. Yeah, well, actually, the hospital said they want you to hold it for a couple of days. But they didn't tell me. So, but having the nurse here this morning, so I got a couple of my heart medicines. I wasn't going to take anyway because they're blood thinners. Um, Come to find out that one of the ones that I had withheld myself, they didn't want me to take anyway. Interesting fact. But anyway, but it about the healing thing. I'm slowly sliding backwards because I don't have a recliner, and I'm sitting upright too much right now. But I have laid back too much, so I'm trying to get the yin and yang thing going here. But the healing factors, I can literally feel there are spots in my back that feel warm. And where was I headed with that? Oh, it's 20. It's a 20. We have a really good excuse. And if you don't, it's your fault. Do we need an excuse? Yeah, the excuse is I can't find where I put the lighter down. Holy mackerel. Oh, now that's a shame. When I usually put it right down beside me. What if I dropped it? Come on now, I don't want to miss this. I know I got a backup plan over here somewhere. Interesting. I can't use this straw, but it's fun to have the whistle. Where did that lighter go? It was so. I'm over on the bed yesterday with Miss Mandy sitting here. She goes, "Well, what do I do?" And blah blah blah. And she was sitting here in a chair, and I said, "Well, whatever I have, I can't lean over far. It hurts. Y'all ain't got to worry about me overdoing this. Trust me. But at the same point, as my muscles loosen up, I'm going to be bending a little bit and I'm going to be reaching, and they want me to. Oh, back to the physical therapist. So, talking with a nice young lady, I wish I could remember her name this morning, or tomorrow, I wish I could remember her name from this morning. But they have a occupational therapist scheduled, which is to teach you how to do stuff in your house when you're, you know, injured, invalid, whatever. And then they have a regular therapist just for walking. And I was like, really? I, thank you. I don't think I need the occupational therapist because my condition is totally different from 90% of these other things. They don't know that. It's okay. She's coming out. All right. If you can't show me something in the house, let's go for a walk in the yard. God bless my friends who I have 5 walkers in the house and one outside the door. I'm walkered out. But this one right over there, it's got big wheels on it. It's got freaking handbrakes on it. What? I can ride it down the driveway. And so let's go for a walk. Okay, you stay with me. Walk me out to the mulberry tree and let's pick a few. That's good therapy. For me, going out and picking blueberries, yeah, so I don't really need any help in the house. So occupy my therapy with let's go pick blueberries. So I have people coming. Um, I don't know which one, but a therapist for the next 2 days. Then they have me scheduled for these therapists to be here at the house. I did not expect that. I mean, that is way beyond where my thinking was. So with this healing process, who's going to be helping you? Where are you going to get your help? How are you going to get to town? They're sending people out to me. Now, the Archibald Home Care System, I've been here 44 years in this, not 44 years in Thomasville area here. And I've known many people, some of them have passed away. One lady, Miss Jan Billman, was killed in an auto accident. She was a nurse at Archibald. And this has just been a couple of months ago. And one of my neighbor, I think Sheila, one of her relatives, somebody's, anyway, she lives in this neighborhood and was a nurse at Coffee County Hospital during the heart attack. So there are healthcare professionals. The lady right across the street from me, as you go up the driveway, worked in Moultrie in intensive care. She'd been retired for 15 years or 20 years. But I mean, so there are people in the neighborhood, and it's not like we live in the country, but we ain't a bunch of dumb hicks. And but the fact that I don't know any of these people that are coming, at least not at the moment. I have known people who were in this exact profession, home health care nurses. So the fact that I'm able to receive this, yeah, other people are too. I know, but it makes me feel special because it wasn't some. I knew it was there. They're going to check my pulse and blah blah blah. Look at the thing. Oh, okay, but physical therapists come into the house. To me, that's a step up and beyond. Anyway, enough of that. It's a 20. All past the 20. That feels so good right there. Talk about an aha moment. Whew. Relief is just a puppet away. Ding. You know, old commercials are running in my head in black and white, by the way. But basically, to stick with the healing part for now, believe it. Now, I want to say this right up front. I know everybody ain't me, and I ain't like everybody. And everybody's different from everybody in our body chemistries and stuff. But with all the heart attack and all of this stuff, just there it is. There has been great healing because I had my blood pressure down to under 130 most of the time for the top number. And it was varying between 60s and 70s, which is very acceptable. It jumped to 186 over 885 in the hospital because of all the stress and pain and stuff. And I mean, they monitored me every 4 hours, ding, 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 temperature. 5 o'clock yesterday morning, not last night, yesterday morning, they're poking me for more blood before I leave the hospital. I look like a pincushion. I've got bruises, don't care. Home safe. But the healing part of it, I can't stress it enough. I mean, I know I'm a little stoned, but I can't stress it enough. You got to believe it. If you don't believe that it exists, well, then how can you tap in? If you don't believe that it can heal you, that's number two belief. I usually repeat it 4 times. I used to only three, but it threw in another belief. And, believe that it's there, believe that it can heal you. But if you don't accept any of this, then stealing. But the phone was off the charger. My message board's been, um, you know, blowed out with people calling, and it'll only hold 9, and there'd been 25 calls or something. Messages try to be put in, so I'll catch up. Now, to any of you who call me, which is fine to do, please be warned ahead of time for the next couple days. I have to set up a system. It was a lot easier before the operations to go, oh, cell phone's over there, let me get it. And if the cell phone's over there ringing, I ain't gonna just go get it. it's gonna take me a it's gonna take me a minute just to stand up. So I have to find the right place that when I'm on my couch bed spot over there, that I can reach it when I go over. And but if I'm sitting here in the chair, so I'm adjusting things. But in a couple of days, I will feel well enough to where jump might not be the right word, but I'll be able to go, ooh, let me scooch and get it. There ain't no scooching going on right now. I just scooch that little bit, just rearrange it, and trust me. So for all you wonderful people out there, and you are, I'm not going to overdo this. I can't. And like I will repeat some more times, sorry. I agreed to one of these things, not two. I am not going to mess this up. I am not going to mess this up. In fact, I looked at the nurse this morning and I said, I really want to be honest with you, and you can write it down, but I don't necessarily want you to put it on the notes. And she was like, what? And I said, I'm on two different blood thinners. And come to find out, they didn't want me to take one of them. I can't remember which one from the hospital, and they didn't tell me. And I told her, I said, because I had to have the second operation was because of blood thinners. And I told the doctor, I have witnesses, don't you dare put me on a blood thinner until my back is healed. And come to find out, guess what? I've been more right than wrong. Up to this point, I haven't been wrong. Not to brag, but I mean, as far as I'm hurting, I don't go home yet, wrong medicine. And then for me, I told her, I said, that's a blood thinner, isn't it? The one we went through all my meds again with her. She goes, that's a blood thinner. That's a blood thinner. That one's for your kidneys, and these are for blood pressure. Okie doke, good with that. But they're not nope. Okay. So, and I told her, and I said, I want you all to know that I'm withholding it, but I don't want to get the doctors involved in this. Not a bit. I got an appointment with the bone doctor well, not 6 days now. And I'm going to take everything else and be a good boy, but no blood thinners until I'm cleared. And then I'll go back to the heart medicines again, which will also prove my thing. I don't need two of them all the time. That's going to give me I withheld it, y'all. I'm sorry, you can be pissed, but I've been without my blood thinners now for 3 weeks. And you want me to go back on two of them a day. Can we talk here? So that's sort of a backup. Well, this is a good time to find out because I absolutely have an excuse to not take the blood thinners right now because the last time I did it almost freaking killed me, literally. Dear friend John, if you ever watched this or not, and I told him, he said, so where would you be today if they'd have sent you home last week? Sitting right here in this chair and looking about after last night. And it was just a little minor incident that I realized that, that could have been a fall. Gonna have to be careful, trying to get a little in a hurry. I got to get up and pee. And I got to figure this out. I know TMI. Oh, wait till I start talking about wiping your butt. That's going to be TMI. They never teach you how to wipe your butt after this. You can't reach, you can't lift, and you got to wipe. For another video, hopefully that will make some folks laugh their chaps off. But I realized last night that I was not over exaggerating, that if they had sent me home a week ago, right now, that's why 24 hours later, and today, right now, is 7 days later, or a week after they were going to send me home. I would not be alive. I would have died. And I'm not stretching it. I would have fallen. I got concrete floors everywhere. In a lot of ways, my house is a disaster zone for walkers and me. And I've known this, it was one of my tidbits. If I had come home last week, They were going to drop me off from an ambulance and say, "Here you go, Mr. Null." Um, so last week, the stars and planets did not align. Yesterday, everything aligned. Do you believe? Yep. Do you believe in the universe can? Yep. Do you believe with the mother and the father and both? Yes. Do you believe in the great cosmic? Yeah. And when they put you under, you go under it, you're dead. And I don't remember a thing. There have been times in the past where they put you under. They're like little. Now I'm just home, and and I had to go through two. Um, and I've had some really strange dreams and things running around the corner of my eyes and stuff. It's been trippy. Okay. It's been really trippy in that respect. And I told Miss Brenda, Brian's mama, sent her a text this morning. And I know Brian was around me. You argue with me. I don't care, but I know. And she knows too. Which is that's like a double whammy. I know and she goes, "Yeah, I know Brian's around you." Like, oh, it's a double whammy. But anyway, so who is that? See, come in. Is it? Put my glasses on. Starling. Hi, y'all. Oh, Sterling blood thinners. Oh, blood thinners can really expensive too if you don't know. Oh, that ain't it. Mossy man, how are you to you? And favor right back at y'all. And hi, Steve. I said hi to you, didn't I? Sun. Oh, that's why I'm here, son, to tell y'all that your prayers and the universe, they're healing me. I'm telling you, I would not be sitting here if it wasn't for the believing in the universe. A week ago, I'd be dead on that floor. Period. I have no doubt because I couldn't stand by myself. Two young lady nurses that I've been another part of the anyway, um, had to get me up off the toilet as I was sliding to the bathroom floor to hit my head. You know, I'm a week later. Here I am after a second surgery. Proof that the universe can screw you up in an instant. Okay. Now, that's the bad news. But you ain't heard me talk about the bad news in, oh my God, the universe must have cursed me. Oh, the universe this. Oh, I arranged for one surgery, but not the second. Conditions, stuff happens, 50-50 chance. I had the wrong one. But it actually may have ended up as the right thing for me to have two surgeries. Sure, I got a different perspective. I'm telling you, if y'all can't tell. Now I'm in great spirits. Um, my pen level right now, I'm jumping up and down on here, is about a 7.5, pushing an 8. Really good. But I'm happy. I'm glad to be alive. I understand at another level the gifts of the universe. The gifts of the universe that are available all the time. That's my thing. Oh, for the hi everybody. God bless you. Greetings from the universe, and I mean it. If you can't feel what I'm trying to send out, but it's there. Can't explain it. No way to, but it's there. As I'm the discharge nurse of all things, they're discharging me, waiting on transportation to get me out yesterday, which in about 30 minutes, so people put it 24 hours in reference, says very stoically, she's Mr. Null, we understand you have a YouTube page and that people call you a shaman. I talked about yesterday's really foggy. Okay. I know I talked about this a little bit, but And I'm not going to go into great detail because it was a really short conversation, but it was the intensity of that short conversation that has prompted me to go, huh? Again, right now, in retrospect, looking at the clock, and that was just 24 hours ago, It was like really recent. But the fact that somehow I don't broadcast it. I got my little long hair thing. I don't go around trying to ohm and and shaman shit. I don't do that. Maybe I should. I'm sorry. I just had this picture of Kronsky versus Mc